Hi there, Virgo. How are you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. Back with me again, Anisa from the Inner Stereo. This is going to be a love general messages. Keep in mind that this is general reading, so the roles might get reversed, or it may or may not resonate with you at all. And if this reading resonates with you, there's going to be a link down in the description box below for a personal reading with me if you want, okay? So Virgo, in this reading, it's going to be a you versus them format. I'm going to be pulling a card about who is it that we're going to be talking about today and what their energy currently is like, your challenges, past, present, future from both parties, and we're going to clarify that also, okay? Let's do it. It's quite odd here, Virgo, because what you don't see coming is that you have the King of Swords in reverse and you also have the High Priestess in upright position. I think you would see the truth clearly, as bright as the day, okay? Because I do feel that your intuition is going to be guiding you into it. I think there's a situations in here that you have been eyeing from top to bottom about whether or not you should be investing in these connections or whether or not you should be putting any type of energy or effort into it. But I do feel that in the end, by the end of the day, because you do have like a lot of things that you need to be focusing on in the future, I do feel that in the future, you guys are going to be taken in as the energy of the King of Swords in reverse. So it's going to be very, very avoidant. So whatever it is that this person is going to be throwing at you, I feel that you're not going to be reactive or you're not going to be reacting onto it. So the persons in which we're going to be talking about today, Virgo, they have the Two of Pentacles and they have the Seven of Wands in reverse, and they also have the Two of Cups in reverse. I think there was like a little bit of a resistance that this person was bringing on to the connection. I think one of the reason why they were bringing such resistance is because they're trying to get something out of you, maybe like a reactions out of you, maybe assurance out of you, because there are people like that too, you know, when they feel a bit down, when they feel that they need a little bit of attention, instead of asking, look, I need this from you, they would kind of like do something to get your reactions, if that makes sense. But I do feel that because it basically didn't work out the way that they wanted it to be, now they're with the Two of Pentacles in here, it's more about them trying to figure out what ways can they do, because I do feel that this person really, really needs your energy here, because it's like when things are great between the both of you, it is great, right? It's magnificent for them, because when they got together with you and when things are good together with you, it's like they can conquer the world, they feel good about themselves, and etc. So your challenges here, Virgo, you have the Judgment in upright position, and you also have the Two of Swords. Your challenges here has a lot to do with decisions, making that final decisions that you have been putting off for quite some times. We're going to clarify what they are, okay? Now, in the past, Virgo, they have the King of Cups in reverse, and they also have the Nine of Cups. From your side, you have the Eight of Swords and also the Page of Swords in reverse. This person confuses the hell out of you, because I wouldn't say there's an emotional unavailability going on in here, but it's more about them needing something from you. I think you're dealing with somebody here because they do have the Sun card in reverse. So the Sun is the happiest card in a deck. And I don't feel that you're dealing with someone here who is the happiest within themselves. Maybe is dealing with like a little bit of a self-esteem or insecurity issue. That's why they're a bit codependent, or they're like to attach in a situations or they kind of like expecting other people to make them happy. Yeah. So you're kind of like not happy though in the past. This situation had caused you a lot of headache. And I think even in the past, you guys were like, nah, I'm not dealing with that. Just not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with that. But it's more about this person always wanting to get a reaction out of you. There's something, yeah. Somehow your reactions give them a certain amount of assurance within themselves. In the present moment, you have the Devil in reverse, and you also have the Ace of Wands in reverse. I just don't feel that you guys are bringing any type of newness into these connections. At most, I do feel that you guys are very demotivated when it comes to these connections, because you feel that you want to get away from something that is unhealthy. You kind of like see this connections, or you kind of like see this person as being unhealthy as well. If you're single and ready to mingle, I do feel that you might be dealing with someone new as well right now, or there is an opportunities of you dealing with someone new. That person could be a Leo or a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But again, because you're still healing from the situations, I do feel that you're not very like motivated, or you're not really excited in embarking on this journey with this new person. In the future, you have the 10 of Cups and also the 5 of Wands. I just feel that what this person wants is pretty simple, but maybe it's just the way in which they want it is not healthy. Okay. What they want with you is they want the collective happiness. They want to have a long time relationship with you with the 10 of Cups. There are people who likes the highs and lows. It's either that, or it's just like this person just doesn't know how to articulate what they want out of you or from you. From your side in the future, you have the 8 of Wands in reverse, and you also have the 6 of Cups in reverse. We're going to clarify what this is though later on. But what I'm sensing here is that I do feel that, again, as I said in the beginning, I do feel that you just don't want to deal with this type of shit. Sorry for cursing. I'm not supposed to be cursing. Sorry. But yeah, you just don't want to be dealing with this stuff. You might give them a cold shoulder, or you might give them like a little bit of a silent treatment, because you're starting to remember, the bitter memories of the past. You're no longer idolizing or putting this person in such a high pedestals no more, because you feel that you're starting to remember the bitter memories of the past as well, and how it made you feel. Okay, so now let's get into your reading, Virgo, and let's clarify them. Okay, Sun card in reverse, clarified by the Queen of Cups, the 6 of Wands, and also the Star card. As I told you earlier, this person might be a bit codependent, or this person might be unhappy within themselves. That's why it's a very enmeshed type of relationship, I would say, as well, where their happiness solely depends on you. If things are all right going on between the both of you, that's when they feel the happiest. But when things are not okay with the both of you, that's when they feel unhappy. And yeah. Let's see the Page of Cups in upright position from their side. I'm not going to be clarifying the past, because the past is in the past. Page of Cups in reverse, clarify about the World card, the 2 of Swords, and also the Page of Swords. They feel that you guys aren't really opened. They feel that you guys are either avoiding a conflict or avoiding a conversation, or they feel that you guys needing to make a decisions about something in regards to these connections, and you're not making that decision up as of yet. But they feel that they kind of like wants to get some sort of like an assurance from you, and they're not getting any. Now, remember, Virgo, I'm just the messenger. I know that you're probably sitting out there and be like, no, Anisa, I gave them tons of assurance. I know, but there's something more that they want here. But I'm not blaming you, okay? I'm just the messenger. Now, let's clarify the Devil in reverse from your side. Page of Cups, Hermit, and also the Empress in upright position. You kind of like wants to be seen as the Empress. You kind of like wants to be treated as an Empress. An Empress is the queen of all queens, right? Like she has the capability of becoming the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, or even the Queen of Swords. You're very intelligent, and you respect yourself by a lot, and you feel that this person is being either a bit immature or childish. I do feel that you guys can see this person right through, maybe because of your experiences, or maybe because of the knowledge or the wisdom that you've gained in your life. Let's clarify the Ace of Wands in reverse. Ace of Wands, clarified by the Ace of Wands, Hanged Man, and also the Justice. So there's still that part of you who is still a bit motivated when it comes to these connections. Maybe I should do this, okay? But I feel that you guys are delaying that because you feel that you need to be balanced when you make that decision. Okay, so now let's clarify the future. I want to start with you first here with the Eight of Wands in reverse. It's pretty simple, actually. Is because I do feel that what you want in the future is because this situations, this connections had been confusing the hell out of you, right? And what you want is basically the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is indeed a traditional commitment, but when you're looking at the Hierophant picture kind of like quite closely, you see two people standing on the same level, right? And I just do feel that you guys are pushing for that equality when it comes to these connections. You're pushing for that fairness. So if there's been like an unequal give and take in regards to these connections, you don't want that anymore. You're standing your ground because you know that you guys deserve much better. But it's more about like you standing on that, like, I want to be equal. Like, fuck no, I'm not dealing with that. I just want things to be equal. I don't want to be putting you on high pedestals no more. I don't want to sacrifice things for you no more, unless you are willing to be able to do the same towards me. It's kind of like quite similar to the Scorpion's ways of testing loyalty, though. So you might be doing with Scorpio as well. But the way why I resonate with like why I said Scorpio is because my Mars is in Scorpio. So that type of mentality is like I'm gonna do you something. I'm gonna be loyal to you as long as I'm sure that you're also gonna be doing the same thing to me. So that's that in the future for you, especially since things are just being very, very murky and cloudy. And yeah, I just think that you guys are postponing a decisions here, Virgo. Six of Cups in reverse, clarified by the Temperance, the Knight of Cups, and also the Strength card. I just feel that in the future, you might be dealing with a Sagittarius or you might be dealing with a Leo if you're open to something new, in the sense that I told you earlier. And you might actually be, abandoning this connections altogether and wanting to move forward with that. But for what I'm also sensing in here, Virgo, is that I just don't feel that, like, if it's a separation, I don't think that you close the door fully. Like, even though there's like a lot of bitter memories, there's like a lot of like things that you want to manifest in your life, and you know how this connections had been making you a bit hellish, you are basically just gonna be wanting to bring balance into your life, not really closing the door. And I feel that for some of you as well, there's something that started, there's something that you started around Leo season that you're going to be putting love to. So it's either you've met someone in Leo season and you're going to be investing in that a little bit more, or there is like a new project or whatever that is that you've been thinking of doing since Leo season this year, and you are going to be doing that in the future. Now, let's clarify from their side here with the Ten of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and also the Nine of Swords. So this person is realizing that you guys are slowly detaching away from this person. I just do feel that you guys might be avoiding something here, or they feel that you guys are avoiding something. It's either you're literally giving them the silent treatment, or there is a recurring conflict that is not being solved yet, and they're like, why aren't we solving this? Well, because they're being difficult, I know. But it's more about that here, Virgo. They do want to have a relationship with you, and they're getting really stressed out with the fact that you guys are seemingly a bit detached from them. Let's see the Five of Wands. Seven of Swords, the Four of Cups, and also the Chariot. So, such an attention-seeking behavior. So, in the future, this person is going to be doing something that will want to seek your attention again, but I just don't feel that you guys are going to be paying attention to it. It's just like, whatever, don't want to deal with that, you know what I mean? So, it's weird because what they want versus how they go about it or how they do it is like so contradictory, you know what I mean? So it's because they're aware that you guys are shutting down or shutting off emotionally with the Four of Cups in here. You guys are probably going to be busy moving or just like doing stuff with your own things and stuff like that. With the Seven of Swords in here, it's just something to test your reaction, something to get something out of you, to have an assurance. But I don't know what the deal is with this person, man, because they do want you. They do want to have a relationship with you. I mean, Ten of Cups is all about collective happiness. It's about the happiness between the two people. I do feel that this person might want that, but they just don't know how to do it in real life. You know what I mean? It's like someone who wants to be a billionaire, but doesn't really know how to be a billionaire, or doesn't really want to do the things, or let go of their fears and their ego to become a billionaire. And person is also like that. They want something with you, but they can't let go of their egos, or maybe they can't really let go of their insecurities. It's overwhelming for them. They have the inability to regulate that dysregulations that they're feeling. That's why they're doing a certain type of stuff. But it's just weird. This whole reading is weird. Okay. Now, let's pull some advice card for you here, Virgo. The Empress, the Knight of Cups, and also the Judgment in upright position. I think what you're doing in the now, with the Empress, knowing and respecting yourself that you're the Empress, regardless of what your gender is, okay? Because we do have the Empress and also the Emperor within us. But understanding that you are the queens of all queens, that if someone were to be giving you something, you have the ability to multiply it by 100. So if someone gives you positivity, you could actually give back or return that positivities by 2 times fold, or 3 times fold, or 100 times fold. But when someone feeds you negativity, you could also multiply that by 100 times fold. So I do feel that your advice here has a lot to do with you needing to specifically and carefully choose what type of energy would you like around in your life. Okay. And whenever there's someone here who is there to guilt trip you, or who have the ability to make you think that you're less of an Empress, well, maybe what you need to do is to detach away for a little bit and spend some time within yourself, for some self-love, for some self-care, because by the end of the day, there is a decision here that you've been kind of like postponing to do for quite a while, maybe because you're afraid maybe of losing them, or you're afraid of the consequences or whatever. But by the end of it, this decision, whatever that is, it's necessary. Before you do and go ahead and make that decisions, Virgo, remember that you also need to put into your self-care and self-love, and you also need to remember that you're the Empress, and you also need to know who you are, who you do it for, and etc. Okay, so I think that is it for my reading for you here, Virgo. I hope that you find tons and tons of clarity that you've been looking for, and I hope to see you guys next week for another weekly reading. All right, bye bye guys, have a great day. I love you.